In 1990, Frank and Jerry Lee Flanagan, brothers who drift aimlessly, attempt to escape their hopeless lives through their creativity and excessive drinking. When Jerry Lee strikes and kills a child in a hit-and-run accident, the two immediately pack up their belongings and leave town. However, Jerry Lee abandons his brother at a diner, destroys the car, and steals his sometime girlfriend Polly's pistol. Jerry Lee loses his nerve before he can commit suicide and instead shoots himself in the leg, which was already amputated at knee. Subsequent flashbacks reveal that the boys' mother died when they were young, and, with their father missing, the two set off on their own. Jerry Lee's leg is injured when they attempt to stow away on a train. When Polly alerts Frank that Jerry Lee is in the hospital, he rushes to be with his brother. Although Frank attempts to reassure Jerry Lee that the boy was an unloved drifter like them, Jerry Lee remains dubious and guilt-ridden. When the police begin to piece together clues, the brothers once again decide to flee town, though Jerry Lee's leg has become infected. Frank meets with his friends, who suggest he invest his meager savings in the Tyson vs Douglas boxing match. Flush with cash after Douglas' upset victory, Frank donates some of his winnings to the dead boy's family and purchases a car from childhood father figure Earl Hurley, who advises him not to think of himself as a loser. Frank sneaks his brother out of the hospital just as the police arrive. Jerry Lee is excited to find that Frank has rescued an abused dog, and the three of them head to a small town. Although Frank professes there to be no reason to head there, he later reveals that his former girlfriend, Annie James, lives there. She has sent him postcards asking for forgiveness for an unspecified action. When Jerry Lee presses Frank to discuss his thoughts and feelings, Frank explains that he caught Annie's forced prostitution by her abusive mother. Encouraged by Jerry Lee, Annie and Frank slowly rekindle their relationship. Meanwhile, Jerry Lee sinks further into depression, claiming that no woman will love a man with one leg, especially after he has killed a child. Frank's alcoholism and apparent ulcers begin to worry Jerry Lee. At the same time, Jerry Lee's infected leg begins to grow worse. Unable to take care of himself, Jerry Lee is forced to request aid from Frank when he takes a shower and urinates. The brothers bond further over their hardships, but Frank remains cautiously non-committal about his relationship with Annie. As Jerry Lee becomes more ill, he states that Frank's stories often feature tragic endings, especially for the women. When Jerry Lee is once again hospitalized, Frank recounts a new story with a happy ending. But before he can finish it, Jerry Lee dies from the infection. In the film's final scene, Frank meets Annie at her workplace and he commits to her.